What's up, YouTube? Today on the channel, it's no secret that the Horde mechanic released kind of underwhelming, starting with the Season Pass card of Zombie Scarlet Witch, but now with Sanctum Showdown introducing a new addition to the archetype, the Hunger, a one-cost skill that gives you Horde +3. I do think there's a little something here that will only get better as the season goes on and we get more cards like Zombie Sentry to add to the list. But let's take a look at this Hungry Skills elevator pitch. So the main pitch here is we're trying to combine the Horde mechanic alongside a skills type of deck. So to do that, we're using things like Nicholas Scratch to get skills bonuses, Merlin providing skills every turn, Clea with two different ways to get Clea, giving you Flames of the Faltines, and of course the Hunger coming in as another skill. All of it trying to buff up your Horde, and then you finish with a Zombie Giant Man, Absorbing Man ending, or just some manner of skills across the board. That's the pitch. Let's take a look at the card by card. Longtime viewers of the channel know this is the time where we ask you, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I put up a new deck guide every week, at least, and sometimes a podcast with my brother-in-law, just going around Marvel Snap. So, if you like that, if you like this video, hit subscribe, would really appreciate it. First card, the Hunger. The newest addition to this style of archetype. This is a incredibly useful card in this particular version of the deck, which is a skills Horde deck. It's a skill that gives you Horde. What else could you want? On top of that, it's just pretty powerful. A 1/3 essentially is above rate. Yeah, good card. I've enjoyed it so far and really works with some of the other cards in this deck synergy-wise. Then you have Clea. Clea is one of my pet cards. I really enjoy the play style, and playing a bunch of cheap skills afterwards are fun. We have a couple ways to activate Clea in this deck that we will get to, but just know that she's hopefully giving you a ton of negative power to throw all around the board. Nicholas Scratch, sometimes we can play upwards of 5, 6, even 7 skills, so that makes Nicholas Scratch well above rate, sometimes a 1/7, 1/8. Yeah, that's why Nicholas Scratch is here. Agony is a good way to work with Clea to immediately give you a Flames of the Faltine. It also just is a good way to save board space since you're playing things like Zombie Scarlet Witch. I like playing Agony on turn 1. It's one of my favorite plays in Marvel Snap. Joaquin Torres is here to mainly work with Flames of the Faltine, but also can work with Polymorph at the end of the game, Omniversal Presence from Merlin. You can get a couple of those going. The Hunger obviously is a very good combo. There's enough one-cost skills in this deck that work well with Joaquin that I thought it was definitely a good inclusion. Zombie Mr. Fantastic, it's really usually only hitting the Horde, but just having a cheap 2-cost way to build your Horde is too valuable in this deck not to include. And every now and then you get some cards you polymorph that you can buff with it. Random raptors or squirrels on the board that can get hit with the zombie created cards buff. So that's why he sticks around. Merlin is here to give you skills every turn. Great for your Nicholas Scratch. Great for your general skills Joaquin Torres kind of build that we're going for. Marvel Boy is essentially here. We have a lot of 1-drops, but it is essentially here to work on your Clea every turn. Giving you a Flames every turn is just so valuable. Zombie Scarlet Witch, it's undertuned. I think everybody realizes this at this point, but I'm recording this, I should say, right before the OTA, so we'll see. Maybe this gets bumped down to a 2/2, in which case this deck gets even better. But Zombie Scarlet Witch isn't too bad in this deck because you can keep playing recurring skills on top of her. Yeah, probably the best deck I've played her in so far, and the only deck worthy of putting out a deck video so far. Viv Vision is here because you're putting a lot of power on the board early, so oftentimes you can get this to hit. Sometimes it hits a nice full hand, sometimes it just hits a Clea, and that's enough because just like Marvel Boy, hitting a Clea every turn, super good. Absorbing Man is here basically just to double up your Zombie Giant Man. Not really much else going on. Sometimes I've run this after Zombie Mr. Fantastic, but for the most part, that turn 5 into this on 6 plus a couple skills is a really good play line. Zombie Giant Man is the final card in the deck, and it is our finisher. It's hopefully we're getting the Horde up to like a 10 power Horde, sometimes bigger. The hot location right now has been helping, but that'll be going away by the time I get this video up most likely. Zombie Giant Man, though, is oftentimes coming down as a 5, 14, 15, and then Absorbing Man comes on top and does even more. So that's the whole deck. Take one more look at it. We're going zombies, we're going skills. Deck has taken me from the high 80s up into the low 90s. Not a huge sample size so far. We're going to keep running it, see if it can maybe get us to infinite, but if not, we'll do something else, and I'll show you guys what I use to get to infinite. In the meantime, take a look at these gameplay highlights. Okay. Merlin or zombie. Fantastic. I think we'll just get a second one going here. We can go for the Viv play. Now we could pretty much guarantee Viv going off in Lechugia, but I think I'll do it this way. Maybe we'll get lucky. Okay. We do get the buff off. Something like this. Okay, Super Giant's interesting. Kind of want to play Absorbing Man. Because an Absorbing Man after the Super Giant at the end of the game, if we get Zombie Giant Man this turn, we can double up on him. Cool. Alright. So we okay, they retreat. We would have just hungered and Zombie Giant Man, and that would have been pretty big. Okay. Let's not get Vibranium. We'll just play Agony over here. Looks like a destroy deck, obviously. We didn't draw any of our many 1 or 2 drops left. That's pretty unlikely, but what are you gonna do? Merlin or Zombie Witch or Marvel Boy. I'm gonna get down the Zombie Scarlet Witch. Okay. So this will give us a couple Horde procs. It'll make a 4-power Horde. Clea will get the buff from Marvel Boy and potentially a buff from Rocket Pad. And we have the Zombie Giant Absorbing Man play. So we're not going to win, right? That's okay. We're gonna go Vibranium Mines here. Is it ever better to just not Zombie Giant Man? Like if we Flames... Merlin... and Zombie Mr. Fantastic? Vibranium, buff, Giant Man, is this Arnim Zola? Null. Oh, we beat a null. Cool. We actually would have lost to Azola, but it would have been close. Okay, that's a good place for Agony. In the Abbey, in the Agon Abbey. Probably destroy. We'll lean into Horde. I was hoping that go to Quantum Tunnel. Okay. I'm playing Zombie Scarlet Witch in the big house because I know that's not a Giant Man location. Kind of want a Viv. Hold on. I'm not 100% sure this is the right play line. But we might be able to use Quantum Tunnel to our advantage. Okay. That's a big death for them. Okay, the giant man's big. Do Fanta first. Giant man. Scratch. Scratch pulls Absorbing Man, it'll trigger. Pulls Absorbing Man, I mean. Okay. Still big enough. I think they would have retreated if I'd snapped. Play Scratch over here. We might be able to fill up this room. I'm going to give myself a shot to have the Horde in the middle. Alright. I think I'm just going to take the energy alongside them. Oh, they didn't. Surprisingly, they did not fill up the White Hot room. Not upset about it. Okay. Let's go Agony, Marvel Boy. Marvel Boy? Okay. Still no Invisible Woman yet, which is good. I think we make them have it, huh? Make sure we go Merlin first, then Giant Man. First activate, then Giant Man. Okay, they did not have it. I'm going to let a rock come, actually, because that's another thing to buff with Zombie Mr. Fantastic. If they decide to play in Eternity range, of course. Okay. We don't have any ongoing, right? Oh, we do. That seems good. No thanks. Okay. Merlin Scratch. Like I said, I do not mind the rock. Okay. Take that rock back. Go zombie. Really wish I had saved that agony for Clea now. Should have ordered that differently. Should have ended with Zombie Mr. Fantastic. Okay. It's good though. Okay. Okay. Go here. Okay, that's nice. Somehow we pulled that one off. That was a crazy end. Okay, always nice to see the little horde helper for us. Want to start with Agony. Should have played it left. No, that's okay. Good. Horde ended up there. Okay, we're going to play Clea next. Okay, this is really good for us. So let's go Scratch first, then Clea on Absorbing Man. On Agony, I mean, not Absorbing Man. If we hit Joaquin Torres, we're in good shape. Got a Thanos deck. Should have checked the deck size. It's good to know, though. Okay. Definitely don't want to give them max energy if I can help it. Ooh, I wonder if they're playing Prof X. Okay. This. Here and here. Oh. They didn't have a 3-cost in their deck. That's very lucky. They did play Prof X. Wow. Interestingly enough, Merlin's skills go into Prof X lanes, so we might be able to still win that one if we get a polymorph. We're already snapped. Giant Man. And that's it. I get a Jeff. Omniversal Presence isn't enough. So we're just accepting we lost left then, I think. Although, hold on. So we do... We have skills. And Marvel Boy. If they don't move Jeff, we could theoretically win that. We could just Power Man. And then... Omniversal? Omniversal here. Okay, activate. This. Here. Here. Probably didn't need to do the once in future. It's kind of silly. Cool. Turns out they didn't move the Jeff, so we could have won through the Marble Boy play. But that's good. So that was the Zombie Skills deck and archetype. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I really enjoyed it. I had my fair share of rough patches with it too, but I think this is a deck that will only get better as we introduce more Horde cards, maybe even more skill cards. But let me know what you think. If you get the hunger, try it out. It's a fun deck. Later.